Good evening. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I want to say thank you, Julie, and thank you to the Northeast Tarrant Tea Party leadership for putting together this forum. Of course, you can tell that I have this Southern Texan accent, right? Yeah, so I fit right in. So, my name is Feyi Obamehinti, and I am running for the State Board of Education District 11. I am going to basically share with you within the 6 minutes that I have, and so we do this very well in the classroom. I'm going to basically share with you under 3 categories. First, I'm going to give you some facts about our public education system. Secondly, I'm going to tell you about myself, and thirdly, I will tell you why I am running for the office. I believe strongly that as a minister of the gospel, right at the center of our call is service. And in order to fulfill that call, we must do it joyfully and with great passion. So let me share with you some of the key facts about public education. I know so well out of this audience that many of you, my colleagues, you're homeschool families. And you will get to hear that when I share about myself. However, I know that for a lot of us, we think that public education is for them. However, public education is a big deal, and I'm so glad that we're having this time together in order to be engaged so that we can know the facts. So, let's hear some facts about our public education here in Texas. The State Board of Education basically sets the rules of education in Texas, and there are 7 responsibilities that the State Board of Education has. Number 1, they set curriculum standards. Number 2, review instructional materials. 3, establish graduation requirements. Next, oversee the Texas Permanent School Fund. Next, appoint board members to military reservation and special school district. And 6, provide final review of rules proposed by the State Board of Educator Certification. And lastly, the 7th responsibility, review the Commissioner's proposed award of new charter schools with authority to veto a recommended applicant. Now, here in the state of Texas, the work of our public education is completely and entirely coordinated by the Texas Education Agency. Now, the Texas Education Agency guides and drives its work based on laws that we have. Which kind of laws? Number 1, laws from our Texas legislature. Secondly, laws from our U.S. Congress. Thirdly, laws from our administrative rules, which are adopted by the Commissioner of Education. Next, laws by the State Board of Education. And lastly, laws by the State Board of Educator Certification. Now, you might not know that currently, based on the 2016-2017 PIMS report that we have, Texas now enrolls 5 million students across 1,200 school districts across our state. Now, also, we currently rank number 34 in the nation on the best or worst public school system. And you can find that on the Wallet Hub that just came out December of last year. Now, Texas spends $9,561 per student, which is still below the national average of $12,251. Now, also, what we see happen is the Texas Education Agency coordinates its support through what we call service education centers. And there are 20 of those across the state. Here in our North Texas area, we have 2. We have Region 10 in Richardson, which I was a part of, and we have Region 11, our sister place right here in Weatherford. Another thing that we need to know is currently the State Board of Education has 15 members across our state. So those are some key facts about our public education in Texas. Now about me, who is Feyi Obamehinti? Now if you're a homeschool family, you probably know the Obamehinti family. I was born in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was raised in Nigeria, Africa, and had the opportunity to travel all over the world. And yes, I've picked up some Texan accent, New York accent, British accent, Australian accent, and I am a proud Texan. As soon as fast as I could make my own decision, I came back to Texas, and close to almost 30 years now, have been back here in Texas. Now, you might feel that who is she? Homeschool mom of 11 years with 3 daughters that are highly successful today, ages 27, 24, and 23. A public school teacher for years, first as a science teacher in middle school, elementary school teacher, math, science, as well as social studies, and finally in the classroom as a high school biology teacher. So I get curriculum standard. I get all the debate that has gone on. Now, why am I running for office? I am running for office because I am in the system. I currently, for a living, train principals and teachers across the state and across the nation on best practices. To fix a system, you have to be a part of that system. You have to know what goes on there, and you have to know the laws on how to navigate those changes. I am running for the State Board of Education because I believe it is time for a new, strong, conservative voice in Austin that will actually have input of people like you and I. I have never remembered having one time a community engagement for the past 15 years. One of the major things of my priority is to make sure that quarterly in each area covered by District 11, that we have what is called community engagement, just like we are doing today. I believe strongly it's impossible to govern and represent correctly without input from the very people we are called to represent. Thank you for your time. God bless America.